just off the 405 freeway in downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, between the Laker girls, the purple and gold, all the banners, all the celebs, you better stay focused.
Ed, are you reading my mind right now? There's a reason why I'm late to the game. Those Hollywood parties, nothing better. But let's get it on the court.
No distractions here tonight. Let's do this thing. The opening tip won by the Lakers as we get started here at Staples Center. To Westbrook. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. It's Westbrook. Can't connect. To P.J. Tucker. From the outside, no good. Anthony, tough matchup against Butler. No good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Los Angeles, they have it. Westbrook to Anthony. Nothing going here on that drive. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. Oladipo to Butler. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Oladipo. Lowry. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Matthews to Westbrook. Slam dunk. Russell Westbrook.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Lowry into the front court. Down just a couple. To Butler. Oh, nice find for the basket.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Anthony. Pass stolen by Miami.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Westbrook with it, trailing by 4. Here comes the screen. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Feels just like yesterday that Dwight spent one very contentious season with the Lakers back in the 12-13 season. He was thought to be the missing piece that would put them over the top. But they fell to Dallas in 4 in the first round of the playoffs, and then he was sent packing to Houston that offseason.
Yes, Victor Oladipo. Missed his first. That one goes. Lakers ball.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play. Get locked in.
Anthony here against P.J. Tucker. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Butler into the front court. Leads 4. To P.J. Tucker. Lowry. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Westbrook to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo against the former MVP. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that.
NBA Season 9 2021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 22.
Not that time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Has a chance? Yes, Victor Oladipo. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Westbrook to Howard. Defense making the ball handler work. Howard, Russell Westbrook with the slam.
We call that Beastbrook. But why are you so angry all the time, man?
Jay, he's just taking out his anger on the rim.
I feel that way every time I broadcast with you.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Victor Oladipo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Los Angeles has the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to Matthews. Shot clock winding down. Deep two there, won't go. Turnaround, it's good.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Westbrook across the timeline. Down 11. LeBron here against P.J. Tucker. Short jumper misses.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
To James. Here comes the screen. Westbrook to Howard. Whoa, what a finish.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
That's no good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Russell Westbrook, couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw.
Number 20, Anthony Davis.
Goes 2 for 2. To Oladipo. LeBron James rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height,
And he scores. Jay took a big step, but they'll count the bucket.
Ed, did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. James against Tucker. To Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fine to shoot. It's Westbrook. And he knocks it down, Jay.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Butler to bring it up. Up 5. Oh, leaves the defender the dust. To Butler. To P.J. Tucker. Not that time. Westbrook with the basketball. Down 5. To Oladipo. Victor Oladipo with the slam. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Westbrook to James. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Russell Westbrook.
Rajon Rondo swats it. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
For the Miami Heat, number 13, Bam Adebayo. Into the game for the Lakers, number 32.
Oladipo. The pass taken away by the Lakers. It's Westbrook. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Victor Oladipo. And it's Jordan there to handle the rebound. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. It's the first, misses the second. To Oladipo.
Game 1-1 Atlanta Hawks 1-1-3 Golden State Warriors 1-2-7 final.
Knocked loose. Baseline drive. From the painted area, won't go down. Russ at the controls. Now to Jordan, down low. Around the perimeter. Knocked loose. He'd come up with it. complete. The Heat with the lead. Good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Across the timeline comes James. Now down 6. Here comes the screen. To James. Trying to cash in. James' shot no good. Oladipo into the front court. Up by 6. Short jumper off the mark.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Curling inside. To James. Has a look. LeBron James, 2 of 4 now. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Butler. Can't connect. Rondo into the front court. Down 4. To Jordan. Anthony to James. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Chance for LeBron James. Waiters to Oladipo. It's a big finish.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To the rim. Lays it up and in. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a
Game 1-1 New Orleans
player.
Pelicans 9-2 Dallas Mavericks 1-0-8 final.
Isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Into the front court comes Rondo. 5-point game. Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
To Anthony.
Double team.
Howard.
Here we go.
Anthony. Can't connect. To Butler. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Jimmy Butler has got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter. First free throw is good.
For the Miami Heat, number 14.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Good shot.
Here's Rondo with it. Right now, down 7.
Game 1-1 Phoenix Suns 109 Sacramento Kings 104 final.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Butler. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Jimmy Butler at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Lakers, number 31, Russell Westbrook.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's Russ at the controls. Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Russell Westbrook. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
To Waiters. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Westbrook into the front court. They trail by 7. To Howard. Anthony. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
To Waiters. Nothing going here on that drive. Waiters. Here comes the screen. Gets it in the left corner. Dion Waiters. He's 2 for 2 now.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
The screen sets him up for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the Lakers with the rebound. Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Butler. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Oh. Butler into the front court. Leads 5. Waiters. Dion Waiters. 3 for 3 in this first half.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Los Angeles, they have it. All by himself, creates his own shot there.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Butler matched up with Trevor Ariza. To Oladipo. Butler. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Westbrook into the front court. Down 6. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Westbrook to Howard. He'd get control.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Lakers at the controls right now. Oladipo to Butler. Oladipo to Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Westbrook across the timeline. Margins 8. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. Short jumper. Won't fall. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Butler to bring it up. Up 6. To Lowry. Trying to cash in. Lowry with a shot that's no good. To Westbrook. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Butler defended by Trevor Ariza. Here comes the screen. Butler won't go down. Lakers ball. Westbrook to Howard. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting reports. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
First try, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Up by 3. To Waiters. Lowry to P.J. Tucker. Anthony Davis snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Surveys the floor. It's Westbrook. Rebounded by the Heat. Lowry with it. Leads 3. To Waiters. Shot from in close. No good. Westbrook with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Davis. Westbrook. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Can't connect on the first free throw. knocks down the second after missing the first. Lowry into the front court. Leads a bucket to Waiters. From the outside, no good. Westbrook into the front court. Final minute, first half. To Davis. Has a look. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Matthews. He'd have the basketball. Lowry picked up by Westbrook. Screen coming. Deep three at the buzzer. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Lakers have themselves a tie after 2 quarters of action. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets. The Heat will start the 3rd quarter with a tie on the scoreboard. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers.
Game track. Steals.
The story of this game so far has been the lack of ball security. Neither team can hold on to the ball, and unfortunately, it made the first half kind of tough to watch.
Player of the half.
Russell Westbrook couldn't be denied the award after all of those slams. He might get top plays all to himself at the end of the game if he keeps this up. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Miami's got it. Lowry. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Butler matched up with Trevor Ariza. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Westbrook with it. Tie game, third quarter. To Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Davis. Anthony Davis. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Lowry. Nice pass to get things going.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
To Davis. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Oladipo to Butler. Here comes the screen. Lowry to Butler. Lowry and Jordan able to secure the rebound. Russell Westbrook matched up with Jimmy Butler. To Davis. Won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Oladipo to Lowry. Fires the three. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. To Westbrook. Anthony Davis. He's now 5 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Lowry picked up by Westbrook. Fires the three. Not getting the bounce. Anthony Davis against Tucker. Second effort. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Butler into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Shot from the lane won't go. The follow won't go either. Matthews down to Westbrook. From the painted area won't go down. Miami with the basketball to Oladipo. Probing the defense. Has a chance. Oladipo, not that time. Here's Davis. And it's Butler who grabs the rebound. Lowry into the front court. Trailing by 4. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 4 out of 10.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Davis. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The versatility of Anthony Davis makes him one of the most special players in the league today. He can score on you with his back to the basket, but if you also leave him open on the perimeter,
Game
he's gonna
1-1
knock
Minnesota
that down with ease.
Timberwolves 1-1-8 Memphis Grizzlies 1-2-5 final.
Five to shoot for Miami. Oladipo. Message received. Well defended.
I got ball. That's me.
To Davis. Defense making the ball carrier work. Kyle Lowry sends it away. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Carmelo Anthony subbing in for Miami. Number 14.
Matthews. To Anthony.
Game 1-1 San Antonio Spurs 9-4 Oklahoma City Thunder 9-9 final.
To Butler. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Davis to Westbrook. And 2 for AD.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Butler to Oladipo. Anthony Davis. Huge block. And they retain the possession. Anthony to Davis. Second effort. Ariza with a shot, no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Westbrook across the timeline. His team on top by 8. To Davis, down low. The shot, almost. Oladipo. To P.J. Tucker. Goes to the right side. Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Anthony Davis tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
For Los Angeles, number 23, LeBron James.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Lowry. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Here comes the screen. James to Davis. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Lowry. finishes strong. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
James to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lowry. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. The screen sets him up for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
James. Off the assist.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The deficit now up to 12. You've got to get that one to go. Has a look. Rondo off the mark. Lowry with it. Down 12. LeBron James sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Rajon Rondo trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. It's the Heat with the possession. To Waiters. Just not going down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
LeBron into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. So far, it's been all Lakers. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the 4th quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Waiters, guarded by Cook. To Oladipo. Screen coming. 5 to shoot for Miami. To Waiters. Pass a chance. Anthony with the rebound. Rondo with the basketball. His guys up by 15. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good for the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point game. Rondo into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Howard. Straight on look. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Not that time. To Butler. Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. To Waiters. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Butler guarded by Carmelo Anthony. Has a chance. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Five to shoot for Los Angeles. To Howard. Scores from the post.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Into the front court comes Rondo. His guys leading by 14. Jordan. To Anthony. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
To Butler.
Left.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Here's Rondo with it. Lead stands at 10. To Anthony. Gets a shot up off the mark. Waiters, defended by Quinn Cook. To Butler. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Rondo with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. To Anthony. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Easy path to the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
Team stats, fan interviews, and more. And just for all clear free, you can get your game program from a team representative at any one of our main entrances around the arena.
both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 16, James Johnson. Entering the game for the Lakers. Number 31, Russell Westbrook.
To Waiters. Here's a chance from long range. Waiters forced that one off the mark on the 3.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Nothing going here on that drive. Driving right to the basket.
Hands off, it's board.
Short jumper won't fall.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Jordan to Westbrook. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
The jumper's off the mark. Westbrook with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. And he finishes at the rim.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Defense, let's go.
Haslam guarded by Russell Westbrook. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Short jumper stays out. Lowry into the front court. Down a bundle. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 to shoot for Miami. To Butler. That's a 24-second violation. Westbrook to Howard. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Deep 2 there, won't go. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Westbrook into the front court. They lead it by 14. They go down low to Anthony. The Heat grab the board. Ah, the monster stuff.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Westbrook with it. Lead is 12. To Howard. Anthony to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out. Butler to bring it up. The deficit now up to a dozen. Slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
To Howard. Finish that. Lowry into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Westbrook to Matthews. Shot won't go. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. James to Westbrook. James to Howard. Oh, emphatic slam.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Lowry. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. To Westbrook. To James. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Oladipo into the front court. Margins 8. To Lowry. Oladipo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game, so if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
First try at the line, no good. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Oladipo's shot no good. The Lakers get the victory as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers did what great teams do best: finish. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. The Heat are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. When the team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Here are the guys who put up the most points.